FSecure is a cybersecurity company working across the globe and known for their leading internet security solutions. Recently they have launched the FSecure ID Protection service for consumers, which deals with the threats of account takeover and identity theft, adding value to insurers by increasing the average revenue per user, reducing risk, improving retention and reducing churn. Today they will show and tell how this new and other FSecure solutions provide a great addition to home insurance and cyber insurance. Next on DIA Primetime, FSecure. Can you tell a bit about FSecure?
FSecure is the global cybersecurity leader with a track record of over 30 years. Headquartered in Helsinki, Finland, we sell both B2B products and consumer products directly, and also through thousands of resellers and over 200 service providers globally. In addition to that, FSecure has also a consultancy arm that provides its security consulting services to enterprise customers all over the world.
Thanks. With more people working from home and most homes not really equipped for home working, we noticed a dramatic increase in phishing and hacks, etc.
Yes, FSecure has recently launched an identity protection service for consumers that is designed to address the increasingly growing threat of account takeover and identity theft.
That taps into a real need. Can you briefly explain how the service looks like?
In a nutshell, FSecure ID Protection monitors and detects leaked and exposed personal information online. It responds quickly to identity theft threats, and it doubles as a password manager to prevent account takeover. FSecure ID Protection utilizes human intelligence and dark web monitoring, which give us industry-leading breach detection capabilities, all packed into the convenience of an app. Your customers will be first to know when their critical personal information has been leaked online. We alert users in real time what personal information was exposed in a data breach and provide step-by-step instructions to prevent that data leak resulting in identity theft.
It's great to see a solution here that is actually protecting consumers directly and moreover in real time.
Yes, at FSecure, we're really proud of our consumer products. Our apps receive industry-leading NPS scores, and we rank at the top of independent security tests year after year.
So could you show us how ID protection works in day-to-day practice? Curious to use it myself.
Sure. We will demo FSecure ID Protection so you can see for yourselves why using something like FSecure ID Protection can significantly lower your risk of falling victim to account takeover or identity theft. The two core functionalities of the service are the monitoring of your personal information, in other words, the ability to alert end users in real time, and the ease of use of the built-in password manager. These two components together will ensure your customers will significantly lower their risk of falling victim to identity theft, which in return will result in less customer insurance claims for cybercrime-related losses or damages.
Okay. Now can you show me how it would work for me? I'm using an iPhone.
Of course. Let me show you on my iPhone. This is where everything starts. Adding an email address you commonly use with services online in order for the app to monitor that on your behalf. While you might think that monitoring your email address may not result in identity theft prevention, think again. We use our email address with all accounts and services where we're forced to create an account and log various personal information to that account. Be that your Netflix account with credit card details, your fitness app with personal details, or your PayPal account with bank account details. All of these accounts can be linked back to, in most cases, a single email address. And it is this email address that gets leaked, along with things like passwords and other personal information linked to that breached account. That's why monitoring email addresses is a powerful tool to show users the extent of their online exposure.
I have several email addresses that I use.
Yes, many people have that. So users have the option to enter multiple email addresses depending on the size of their plan. After entering an email address, the service will verify that you are who you say you are in order to be able to reveal the breach exposure associated with the email address that is being queried. After that verification, the app reveals the user's breach details which shows all online exposure linked to that account. Think of this as your history up until this day. Your breached information will be ranked by how severe it is to you. For example, anything in red means your plain text password will have been exposed, or if your credit card number or social security number was exposed. You can see the exact details of the breach, like what it was, when did it occur, and what remediation steps you should take by just tapping on a breach for the specifics.
So it gives me a perfect overview of what has occurred. And what happens next?
After this initial breach exposure, the app will alert you as soon as your data gets exposed, which will give the user time to react to that threat. This is the real-time detection we speak about. These alerts are pushed to the device itself, but also sent to the email address that's being monitored. Entire families can be added to the same subscription while still maintaining privacy amongst monitored accounts.
That sounds good. Although I use different email addresses, I must say I often use the same passwords.
Many people do. The other core component of the app is the password manager functionality, which we call the vault. By simply tapping on the vault icon in the app, users have the ability to let the vault generate and store strong passwords for any account you create online. That way, the user will never have to remember a password again. The only password the user needs to remember is the one they use to log into the ID Protection app. Improving users' password hygiene is the single best way to battle digital identity theft. It's easy to add a new password and other credentials and save them then for autofill purposes later on. That means that when you're signing onto a service, whether on a desktop or a smartphone, the Vault will autofill your username and password for you with a simple tap of the screen. Not only does logging into services become an absolute breeze, you're also relying on extremely strong passwords, all created by the Vault. And these passwords are all stored locally on the device and sync between all of your devices. That also means we're not risking the storage of your passwords, for example, somewhere in the cloud.
Any other options I could benefit from?
We also offer users options to augment the ID Protection product by adding extra services like ID theft restoration and cyber insurance, in the case things actually go south for the user. By offering the complete package, users have total peace of mind in this growing threat landscape.
Yes, the benefits for consumers are awesome, but how can the insurance companies in our audience profit from this?
We have showed you one product, FSecure ID Protection, but all of this can be extended with our FSecure Safe Internet Security app. We believe that these two products, FSecure ID Protection and Safe, can help insurance companies reduce risk by including cover via the products for your cyber, digital, home insurances. This will have an impact on number of claims. Differentiate from the competition by adding an extra non-insurance service that will be valuable to your customers. Reduced churn, as these extra products have engaging applications that are actively used by consumers, and once taken into use, consumers don't want to give them up. This is especially true for the password manager part inside the identity protection product, as consumers use passwords on a daily basis. Increase average revenue per user, ARPU, by offering more services and value to your customers.
These are clear